come on in. This week on Undercover Agent, we're talking all about first-time buyers. So come on in and join us. See you in a few. Hi, Kathy.
Oh, hi, Saleen.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. I'm glad you're here. Have a seat.
Great. So, Kathy, you're starting to think about getting your first home. That's really exciting.
Oh yeah, I'm real excited about it. But I got a couple questions for you.
Great.
And I thought maybe you could help me with it. I want to know why does a buyer need an agent?
Well, Kathy, the reason that you work with a buyer's agent is because, number one, it doesn't cost you a cent, which is good news. Okay. There's not too many times where you can have representation and it doesn't cost you anything. Number two, what something is important is your largest investment in your life, your home. You want to make sure that you have someone that knows the business and can negotiate on your behalf. Also, your agent is going to take care of all your paperwork and handle setting up your inspections, all those things that that you need to have done. And again, it doesn't cost you anything, so it'd be crazy not to have a buyer's agent.
Is there more than one kind of agent? I thought I heard that there was, but I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, there are three different types of agents in a transaction. There can be a buyer's agent, there can be a seller's agent, and then there's something called a dual agent. A seller's agent lists the property that's for sale, so they're representing the actual seller. You don't want to have someone that's representing someone else doing your negotiating for you. A buyer's agent strictly deals with the buyer, so they're going to represent you in the negotiating process and only on your behalf. Now, a dual agent takes the role of both agents. It's one agent that's going to represent the buyer and the seller. And there's two different schools of thought on that, whether that's good or not, and that's something that we could talk about if we get into that situation. But really, it's best for you to have someone that's representing only you and your best interest.
Okay, well I understand that, but what's the benefit of working with only one agent?
Kathy, the reason that you only want to work with one agent at a time is because agents work on commission. So it only makes sense that they're going to give you the most time if they know you're committed to them. There's no payoff to them if they take you around to 3 or 4 homes and then you go away and buy with someone else. They've wasted a whole day with you, plus the cost of their gas and things like that. Additionally, when you work with just one agent, they're going to get to understand what your needs are, and they're going to get better and better at helping you find a home. It's going to be the best use of your time. It'll be a lot more efficient, and you'll be seeing homes that are what you're really looking for. So, make sense?
Yes. Okay, so now that I've decided to buy, what would be the first steps I need to take?
The first steps in buying a home, there's actually 2. About the same time that you call your agent, you're also going to want to call a lender. And if you don't have a lender in mind, your professional agent, full-time agent, will be able to help you with that. They can give you a referral. But you need to talk to your lender at the same time, and we're going to do a whole show on lending criteria. But the reason that you need to get the lender involved right away is because you don't want to go out and look at a home and fall in love with it and then find out it's not in your budget. That's the worst thing ever. Additionally, then the agent knows you're serious. You're not out just what we call tire kicking. You're not just checking things out, and maybe 5 years we'll see you actually as a buyer. And then the third thing is, especially in today's market, you need to have your pre-approval in order to put any offer in on a home, because those sellers are going to want to see that you're actually qualified. They're not going to start the negotiating process unless they know that you're qualified. Make sense?
Yes, it does. I see.
So does that answer most of your questions, Kathy?
Oh yeah, you know what? You shed a lot of light on things that I hadn't even thought about. I can see why it's important to have an agent, because I wouldn't have known about a good portion of this. And I think I'm about ready to start looking.
Fantastic. Then the next step for me is I'm going to go back to my office. I'm going to put together a search for you. I'll email it to you. You can take a look at it, and then we'll be in touch and get started in the looking process. Sound good?
Oh, great.
At a timeout on the field, charge to the Mustangs.